I never show you this, so I'm going to turn you around actually. They always get really scared of me. Don't blame them, to be fair. Now I need to clear all this out. It's really bad, really. And I'm not enjoying this here this year because it blocks my view of the waterfall. So I don't get to see it unless I sit there. But this year that's been my dumping bench. So I haven't really sat on there. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. I'm going to turn you around and show you something that's new in my garden, which I absolutely love. How amazing is that? It looks absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm going to shift some of this compost and stuff into there to plant. I've also got, excuse me, some soil here, which I've chucked some weeds in, so that's not very clever. But yeah, I'm going to put this at the bottom, then some compost. So yeah, that will be getting planted up, and I've got the plants around here which I'm going to plant in there. So I've decided that I'm going to not really edit my videos anymore because I struggle to get around to editing them anyway. So yeah, that's how we're going to go going forward. So I've got this dahlia for in the middle. I think that will look absolutely epic. And then I've got some coleus, is that right? And then I've also got, what was the other thing I was going to put in? I said geraniums. Where have they gone? Oh, I walked past them. Got some more geraniums because I think it will get quite hot, so I need to plant these out. Some other things I got yesterday. There's some sort of edibles I can plant up, some marigolds, got some heucheras and some ferns, and then from Hilltop, because I worked on some stuff with them and they gave me that amazing planter, and they gave me these plants here as well. So yeah, they are for, let me show you. Oh, this is the, did you see the reel with the plants? I need to plant that up as well, and then I need to save a plant that is dying in my own garden. This viburnum is not looking happy. I think it's because the pot's far too small. So when I bought this, I bought it at Malvern a few years ago. You probably saw it in the video, and it was like literally this big. It was tiny. So in 2 years it's grown a lot, and I've just not got round to sort of planting it up. So yeah, one of those really. So that needs to get planted up. This is one of my favourite hostas actually. How cool is that? It's hosta ripple effect. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, don't look at that, don't look at that, guys. Unbelievable. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, I've not really been enjoying gardening at the minute, which is why my garden's quite messy. I've had a few weeks where well, it's just been, I'll be honest with you guys, let me turn you around. It's been raining a lot, and I did a reel on Instagram yesterday where I basically said, if this is your sort of first year of gardening, or any year of gardening, and you're feeling a little bit sort of down about gardening and how it's going, like, don't think it's you. Like, it's literally, we're all in the same boat. And yeah, I'm just sort of trying to encourage people, because if this was my first year of sort of growing, I'd be thinking, I'm packing this all in, like, it's not for me, like, I'm obviously not very good at it. And yeah, so I don't know what people who are sort of in their first year of gardening, don't know what they're thinking. Like, oh my word, they must just think, what the heck is happening? Why, like, I've done everything how Google or the book or the social media thing I've seen has told me, and yet it's not worked. But there's just not been much sun. And it's funny because someone commented and said there's no such thing as bad weather. I thought, well, tell that to the farmers who weren't able to actually plant their crops, and so, like, it's very likely there's going to be a food shortage at the end of the year. Do you know what I mean? I get the whole sort of thing of being positive, and the fact that rain is good. Rain is good because obviously it waters the plants, and we've had periods over the last few years where we haven't had as much. Do you know what I mean? So, but like, let's not kid ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's not kid ourselves. So yeah, and yeah, like, it probably, hate it when people have the audacity to mow lawns and stuff when I'm recording a video. I'm gonna fight them. I'm joking, I'm not really. But yeah, no, like, it's just one of those, isn't it? Like, it probably is sort of climate change. Like, I'm not sort of in a position to be able to say, because I've not got the experience of growing like so many years. Some people, like, obviously when I was younger, like, gardening was around me. I never thought it was for me, and then it's only the last few years where I have been growing, and I've been sort of trying to transform my garden. Hopefully you can hear me. And yeah, so I haven't got the experience to say, oh yeah, it's definitely climate change, or it's definitely this, or it's definitely that. But like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that during lockdown, when there was no planes in the air and no cars on the road, it was flipping hot, and there was no rain, and it was red hot, and the year after that as well. So yeah, one of those where obviously certain things are happening. We, like, yeah, there'll be more people that know more about it than me. But yeah, the post was to encourage. So the reason I'm talking about that is because there was a few people who started talking about climate change and stuff like that. The post was meant to encourage. So yeah, like, I can't be asked to get into all that debate. Like, I just want to sort of garden, do my best for the environment and stuff like that. Like, when I sort of first was sort of coming into the garden, I used pesticides because it was like, oh, this is weed killer, let's put it on that. Do you know what I mean? And I remember looking at the back of it, and it said keep away from pets and stuff like that, and I thought, well, it literally is telling me that it's okay for wildlife, but then on the packet it says keep away from pets. Which one is it? So yeah, so then obviously when I realised like how bad it was, I've not used weed killer since. And yeah, so it's that sort of learning curve, isn't it? And just trying to sort of do your best. So yeah, maybe one day we'll get to the bottom of it, hopefully soon, because yeah, it's pretty grim, and it's one of those where because obviously you've got work, you've got family, you've got stuff like that. At the minute, when I get the chance to come out and do some, I don't want to, because the weather's not very good, and it's like, oh, like, why would I want to come out in the rain? Or someone said, oh, I hope you're not a fair weather gardener now, and I think I have every right to be a fair weather gardener in July. I think when it's like sort of late autumn and you're planting your bulbs, or late winter and you're coming out and the weather's rubbish, but at the end of the day, you've got that promise of what is to come. You've got that sort of excitement of like, oh, like soon, like we've got spring bulbs coming, and we've got this and we've got that. Well, at the minute, I just feel like there's not much to look forward to, because soon, in a few months, we'll be winding down. I'll be picking all these leaves up off the ground and trying to sort of keep on top of that, and so there's not much to sort of look forward to. Like, I normally go away for sort of 1 or 2 weeks in August. We're halfway through July. Do you know what I mean? This year is pretty much a bit of a write-off. So yeah, it's just one of those, really. Like, anyway, I want to sort of get my garden to a place where it's like, well, it's tidy, we're ready to go for next year. So that is what the sort of the plan is. I want to get those edibles into my veg beds, just because I'm like, I've got that space there, and I don't want it to sort of go to waste. I want to learn like every year as well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So even if it's something I don't normally grow, so I bought some kale. So yeah, I'll grow kale and I'll learn. I've never grown kale before. Must bring its challenges. I literally saw a video about some people who took in the smoke and the debris of 9/11 and breathed it in, and the ones that went on this like heavy kale diet recovered far faster than the ones that didn't. So straight away I thought, right, I'm eating kale then. So if these planes and cars are killing us and this is climate change, I'm gonna be all right. So yeah, one of those. And I think so when you've got like loads to do, like, so I'll turn you around and like you look around and there's like bird crap all over the table, all over the patio. So like literally every time I come out I have to basically tidy this up. Well, it's a little bit one of those where when you've got to sort of tidy it up but then you've already got a million other jobs to do, it's a bit long, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, so then I just don't bother coming out and chilling in the garden. So yeah, we'll get there, guys. Yeah, I just thought I would sort of come chat and then like post it. I think sometimes like when I'm on Instagram, it's one of those where if I if you go on for too long on stories, like no one's bothered, and then you think to yourself, well, like what's the point? Whereas like if I do this and then chuck it on YouTube, the few people that are bothered, they can sort of watch it, can't they? So it's Tatton this week. I'm going to edit at least one gardening show video and then post that this week. So yeah, let me know what you think to that. And yeah, I might record. My battery's low on my GoPro, so I'm gonna have to go soon, but I might record a few bits and bobs of sort of what I'm doing in the garden, just to sort of really show you guys. And yeah, hope you're doing well. Let us know how you're finding the growing season this year, whether you're loving it, but like, because the thing of it is, some of my plants are massive. Hydrangeas have done amazing this year. Hardy geraniums have done well, and I know they're flopping a little bit now, but it's not been sort of like, maybe we do need to sort of focus on the positives, but I think the negatives do far outweigh the positives, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll get there, guys. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, keep growing. Yeah, we'll get there, don't worry. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you want to see, and yeah, if you can like and subscribe, that would be amazing. More importantly, look after yourself, and I'll catch you on the next one.